Hey guys, welcome to Third Planet from the Black Holes review of WandaVision, the MCU's first Disney Plus show. I was originally going to do a regular to see or not to see review for this, but I think that the show offers up enough that warrants more discussion. And remember guys, spoilers do lie ahead. Everybody has had some pretty strong feelings on this show because it's really the perfect kind of story where fan theories can run wild. And because many fan theories didn't come true, some people are disappointed by how the show wrapped up. And I have to admit that I'm a little disappointed too, but not for the reasons you may be thinking. First, I wanted to address why I call this show the MCU's Twilight Zone. So get ready for a tangent. I'm a big Twilight Zone fan and a fan of Rod Serling in general. I think it is some of the best sci-fi storytelling that we've ever gotten and is something that should be studied and appreciated for its contributions. That being said, anything Twilight Zone related post the original series has been pretty underwhelming and failed to capture the magic of the original, in my opinion at least. The best episodes always have this certain feeling of uneasiness and tension, drawing you into the world that this episode is set up. You just want to peel back the layers and get a look at what's happening underneath, and what makes these characters tick. Even when they're portraying a perfectly happy and normal moment, you always have the uneasy feeling that something is wrong. I bring this all up because WandaVision is the only other show I've watched that comes close to giving me that same feeling that the Twilight Zone gives me. The first 5 to 7 episodes are some of the best writing to come out of the MCU. It has that slow burn that gets you hooked and makes you just want to peek behind the curtain so badly and see what's really going on. It's some of the best sci-fi writing I think we've gotten in a while. But then the show goes back to doing the same old MCU/superhero thing, and I'm not going to lie, while it was still good, it was kind of disappointing at the end of the day. Now don't hate me, but I think the main cause of this is Kathryn Hahn as Agatha Harkness. Now, hear me out. Hahn did an excellent job on this show. Her character was hilarious, and her performance was great. So much so that I hope she wins an award because she was excellent. I enjoyed every moment when she was on screen. But this show didn't need a big bad villain because it already had one. Wanda realizing that she has become the villain is such a great arc for her that I can't help but feel that the Agatha Harkness stuff was just kind of unnecessary. This show shines when it just focuses on Wanda and developing her character. This just doesn't feel like the kind of story that needed the big Skybeam fight at the end. I mean, we get the jerk human villain in the White Vision. Isn't that enough? Now, I know some people are going to say, but Danny, how was she supposed to figure out that she was a Scarlet Witch without Agatha Harkness? To that, I respond with, actually, I have no idea. But a story with Wanda just figuring things out on her own would have been just fine. Agatha still could have been introduced, but maybe save her as the villain for a season 2 or something, which I really do hope they have a season 2. Like I said, this series is just at its best when it focuses on, Wanda and Vision. A big part of that is that these two were pretty underdeveloped in the movies. Once I saw them put that Infinity Stone into Vision's head, I knew his days were numbered. Which is why I was surprised that they didn't do a whole lot with these two before Infinity War. Like, not even a Wanda and Vision movie or anything to grow their relationship. So actually seeing these two fleshed out was great, especially since Wanda is one of the most powerful beings in the Marvel Universe. We get to see different sides of their relationship, which is great too, and it makes it more believable. Even though Wanda is doing the wrong thing, you kind of don't want it to end, since this is the only time she's really been happy since we've been introduced to her. Now, I want to take a minute to address all the fan theories that were floating around for the show. Thank God they were all wrong. Now, on my totem pole of favorite superheroes of all time, Ghost Rider lands at number 4. So I've read quite a bit of Ghost Rider comics, and many of them involve Mephisto. And let me say this doesn't seem like a story that Mephisto would really be involved in. like, at all. I know he's an interdimensional demon, but he mostly spends his time making bad deals and aligning himself with other villains if it means him gaining more power. So him showing up in WandaVision would make about as much sense as him showing up and asking for Peter Parker and Mary Jane's marriage. Oh wait. Now let's talk about the whole Quicksilver thing. Yeah, it was funny, but it just felt kind of unnecessary, and I would have preferred that they brought back Aaron Taylor Johnson because we really didn't get enough of him in the MCU. Plus, I'm happy that they chose not to introduce the X-Men in the show or link it to the Fox movies because, again, it's best when they just focus on the main characters. The fact that this is a smaller story in a larger universe is why it's so good. In fact, most of the best MCU movies are just side stories. But going back to the whole X-Men thing, it is a little sad that they officially closed the door on Magneto being Wanda's father, but to be honest, I was not holding my breath that they were even gonna do that anyways. Plus, if they go with an older Magneto, they could always make her his granddaughter or something. I wouldn't mind if they changed it up like that. Despite my complaints, I still really like the show. Though the final few episodes might have been a little disappointing, it's not like they were bad. And I still stand by me saying that the first couple episodes are some of the best things that come out of the MCU. Also, I'm really hoping that we get a show starring Jimmy Woo, Monica Rambeau, and Darcy Lewis. Please make that happen, Marvel. So overall, I still highly recommend you watch it, especially if you're a Twilight Zone fan. So that's it for me. As always, if you like what you see, go ahead and hit subscribe to help us get to 100 subscribers. Check out our new website. The link is in the description below. And remember, I waste my money so you don't have to. Thanks for watching.